And we are back with Dr. Kelley Gebhardt with Happy Tales Veterinary Emergency Clinic, and she's taking all of your pet-related questions. All right, this person's asking, should you give a pet ice water?
I think it's fine. Yes, I think it's fine. There used to be a concern that it may or may not contribute to bloat or twisting of the stomach, but I don't think there's any definitive proof in that. And yes, I think it's fine.
Okay. This person's asking, is more than one dentist stick bad for a 125-pound German Shepherd? I'm guessing they want to give them 2 of those treats a day or something like that.
So I think there are variables there. One, what's the size of the dentist stick? Because they come in so many different shapes and sizes. And what brand is it? Some of them are made with very highly digestible foods, even though they're hard to chew. Some of them are really highly digestible. Others take a long time to digest. So in that case, the answer would be, I wouldn't do more than 1 in a day. But if it's one of the ones that are, and if it's really big versus really small, that affects it. Like a big dog eating a small dentist stick, more than 1 would be fine. But so I think it really depends on the brand and what it's made of. So it's a hard question to answer.
So let me ask you this. How would I know if it's highly digestible or not?
The package, like in the packages, on the back of the package, it'll indicate some of the more natural products that are made with natural ingredients are more highly digestible than some of the ones that aren't quite as natural. And you could also do a test. You could put your a piece of it in a glass of water, like hot water, and see does it dissolve or not. Now that's going to be really different than stomach acid, but it does show you how digestible it is, how quickly it breaks down. So that's a good test as well. I've done that with greenies and stuff.
Okay, all right, gotcha. All right, so this person says, we have a rescue dog, and I've noticed that her paws seem very dry and very rough. What can we do to help heal her paws?
So there are some salves out there made for like rough dog paws or dog paws that are chapped in winter. I think they work really well depending on which product it is. I don't have a favorite one to recommend, but you could do that. You just want to make sure that they don't lick it. I would not do coconut oil, straight coconut oil. People ask about that. And I think if they lick that, that can certainly cause some upset stomach. And the other thing too, is if you notice that they're dry and cracked and really kind of getting those long pieces of paw pad that look all like fibrinous or little fingers coming off, that can be hyperkeratosis. So you want to get your regular vet to check that out and make sure that they're not having something that might need some medicine, more so than just cracked paws. But cracked paws can be managed with some of the salves that are available.
Okay, that's interesting that you say don't use the coconut oil, because again, you would think, well, that's something natural. We all use that on our skin, but don't do that because it could upset their stomach.
It could, if you're going to do it, just make sure they don't lick on it. And because if they ingest it, and depending on the size of the dog and how much coconut oil there is, it could definitely make them have a little upset tummy. But coconut oil is great. It's a good moisturizer. I don't necessarily think it would last as long as some of the salves that are available.
Right.
You want something that might be a little bit longer and more long-lasting protection than just coconut oil, which gets kind of absorbed in and is gone really quickly.
Yeah. All right. This person says if you do have a microchip in their pet and the address is now changed, so what do they do about that?
If you know the company, all you got to do is call the company or go online. And if you're not sure who the company is, then there's actually, I think, 24-hour pet watch, or you can even Google microchip company and search to find out where your microchip is located, associated with which company, and then change that through either calling them or going online. But it's super easy, especially if you know which company your microchip is associated with.
Yeah, and it probably, if you got it done at your vet's office, they would know which one it was, and that will help you narrow it down. And if they don't, then you're going to have to do a little bit of Google searching, but you can figure it out. Okay. All right.
That's true. But you bring up an excellent point. Call your regular vet.
Yeah.
That's an excellent.
All right, this next one says, my pet cat is indoor-outdoor. He's been treated for fleas, but my question is, can he be a carrier of fleas and bring them in the house and have them spread in the house before they even get a chance to bite him?
Yes, absolutely. That's a great question. And that's absolutely true. They can bring in fleas and ticks into the household, and then it can spread to the indoor pets. So that's why it's really important to have all your pets on proper flea and tick preventative year round, especially down here, because even during the one warm day in the winter and we see ticks on pets, right? We will find live ticks. a warm day or a mild winter. But we see so many pets where they're indoor only, but they're covered in fleas, and the outdoor pets are the ones that are bringing them in. So the indoor pets are getting, they say, well, they're only indoors, and how do they get fleas? It's because they have an indoor-outdoor cat or dog that's bringing them in. So all pets in the household should be on proper flea and tick preventative.